Welcome to our channel. We are a full-time travelling family of 3 who have been on the road for over 2 years working as we go. We have ridden around mountains and climbed them, swum with seals and been chased by crocodiles, slipped through the mud and gone underground. We have stayed in sites with million-dollar views, found incredible pink lakes and taken the roads less travelled. Thanks for joining us on our journey. We are Trippin' Around Doz. Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode. This one is not scripted, so we may ramble a bit, apologies in advance, but it's probably about time to give you an update on where we are at and what we are planning for the future so that you know what to expect.
More caravanning and fishing, hopefully.
More caravanning. Okay, so we are very close to finishing a lap of Australia. Probably about 2.5 by the time we get there.
Yeah.
And we will actually close off our lap. It also means that we have to decide what we're gonna do. Like, do we stop? Do we keep going? So, the plan at the moment is we are currently in southwest WA. We are going to spend the next couple of months exploring this area. Dion's very keen to do a lot of fishing.
Yes, we've got a new boat and I really want to get out there and actually do some more fishing because when we're up in Broome and we're catching those big, what are they, mac tunas, queenies, all the big fish. It was fun. And I want to get back out there and actually catch some more fish.
Yeah, he's got to make the money back we spent on the boat in seafood.
Yeah, can I see me for the next 3 months then?
So anyway, so we're going to spend the next couple of months doing this area. So if you are down here and you have any recommendations, like please let us know.
Or if you want to catch up, let Jess know.
Yeah. After we've spent a few months doing that, we are crossing back into South Australia. So obviously this is the wrong time of year to be south, but here we are. Here we are.
We don't follow the seasons. We aren't the same as every other lapper out there.
No. The problem with following the seasons is everyone says chase the sun, right? That sounds great in theory, but the problem is the million other people doing this chase the sun, and it makes it very restrictive because you start to need to plan everything. If I go on the caravan and camping pages, it's constantly people saying, holy moly, I didn't book. I don't have anywhere to stay. Like, what do I do? Does anyone know of anywhere? Because everything is booked out. We much prefer to be either a little bit ahead or a little bit behind of the lappers so that we can just roll into town and sort of have our pick and not have to book everything in advance. So anyway, we are going to head into South Australia. It's going to be freezing. So excited for that.
I might need a thicker wetsuit to go spearfishing.
Yeah. So we're going to go across the Nullarbor, which has been a bucket list item for me for ages, and it has annoyed me that it has taken us this long because I want to camp on the Bunda Cliffs. So that's happening. I'll probably have anxiety the whole time because it's a cliff and we have a small child. I might have to put the extra lock on the door. Anyway, we're going to do that. Then we're going to go through South Australia. We're going to visit the Flinders because we missed that last time.
Yes.
Possibly do the Oodnadatta. Love to do it. It's very out of the way though. But this one,
it's only an extra 10 hours.
This one didn't want to take the van when we had it when it was brand new, and now he's like, oh, it's down the Cape and the Gib, we can do Oodnadatta. So we may head up there.
We may, we'll see.
Because of the new boat, we're going to do the Eyre Peninsula again, properly this time, because you might remember last time we were there, our battery management system broke and we got delayed and we had bookings because you have to sort of book through there. So we didn't get to do it properly. So we'll be doing that again. We're wanting to get down to Kangaroo Island.
Yep.
After that, we will be heading into Victoria. So this is where we also need some ideas because last time we were in Victoria, we pretty much just followed the coastline down because we needed to get the van in to be fixed. This time we can actually travel Victoria. So I want everyone's tips and tricks and
places to see.
Secret spots, free camps, you name it. Pop it in the comments for us.
Good fishing spots.
So we're going to do that because in January we're actually booked to go on the Spirit of Tasmania. So we're booked to go to Tassie. We are going to be there for 2, maybe 3 months. I haven't decided yet. I currently don't have a return booking, so need to work that out.
Yeah. But that's the last state that we haven't done. and that will officially finish off our lap of Australia.
Yeah. So when we hit South Australia, it's going to like close off a loop on our map.
I was talking about Tassie.
I know that. But then even though we've closed the loop, we haven't done Tassie, so it's not complete.
Yeah.
So yeah, once we get Tassie done, that's fine. Okay. After Tassie, we are heading north because I miss everybody and we are from Queensland, so we are going to be driving up through New South Wales and Queensland. Probably, I reckon, maybe through the outback more.
Yeah, we'll go do Dubbo and all the inland areas, Lightning Ridge.
Yeah. We do want to go see some of the coast in New South Wales though, because when we originally went down, it was school holidays and everything was booked. So we didn't get to do any of the beautiful coastline in New South Wales. We're going to visit some family and then we're going to end up back in Queensland where we'll probably stay for a couple of months. Undecided what we're going to do there. I think we might visit Fraser. Yeah, we're going to visit our family and our friends because, yeah, we haven't seen them in a long time now.
Yeah. Some of them we haven't seen since we left.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a really long time. And then once we're back there, we need to make some decisions. And they're going to be big decisions. So the stuff we left behind, there's not much, but it's across 2 houses. One of our friends has a majority of it and another friend has a few bits from when we went back home not last year. Last year?
Yeah. No, it would have been the year before.
Year before.
November 2022.
When we got the new van. Anyway, there's a heap of stuff that's just in his shed because we had to leave in a hurry.
Yeah, and we didn't want to take the generator and stuff that we were not going to use on this van.
So anyway, we need to condense our stuff down and have it in one place. So we need to work out where that place will be because obviously we've already imposed on some of our friends' generosity for a couple of years now and probably...
About time we sorted our stuff out.
Figure it out. Potentially we might be able to throw some more stuff out. I don't even really remember what's there.
A lot of tools.
We're not throwing your tools out.
No.
So we have to do that. Then yeah, we need to decide, are we... And you guys should take a vote actually. Tell us what you think.
Or what you'd like to see us do.
Yeah, because we're pretty open to all different ways. So firstly, we can settle back down and work. And that's basically crossed off the list already. Like we're not keen on that.
Not yet.
No. The second one is we can spend maybe 12 months working and then continue traveling. So in that time, we'd probably come to WA to work.
Yes.
And we'd still be able to travel WA, you know.
So if anything, we'd do another half lap going from Sunshine Coast over to WA, either Perth or Port Hedland, somewhere where I can get work and Jess can get work.
Yeah.
And then we would set up there for a year, bring in bulk money to then continue to travel for another couple of years.
Yeah. The next option is we continue as we are. We pretty much just pack up the van again and just keep working as we go, which is probably the most sustainable option.
Yes.
However, if we choose that option, do we keep the setup we currently have or do we redo it?
Yeah. Do we go either a bigger GCM on the car and caravan, like up the car's GVM, GCM, up the van's GVM or ATM, and run with what we've got? Because that would give us an extra 600 kilos GCM and an extra 200 on the van.
Yeah.
So...
Because at the moment, like we weigh ourselves periodically and we are underweight, but we don't have a massive amount of wriggle room.
No, like if Jess does a huge shop, I fill up all the tanks, the jerry cans, get a couple of cartons of alcohol, we are borderline over. But that's only if we're doing somewhere where we're going to go stay for a month, like when we did Ningaloo, and we took extra fuel, extra jerry cans, extra water. We even bought like those 10-litre jugs of water just so we had more drinking water than we needed.
Yeah. So when he says borderline over, it's like right on our limits.
Yeah. On average, we have between 100 and 200 kilos to spare. But when you add in an extra 70 litres of water, an extra 40 litres of fuel,
It adds up
The extra
really quickly.
food, the extra alcohol.
It would be really nice to be at a point where when we do those big shops to go off grid, we still had 100 or 200 kilos left rather than being like, okay, like this is it.
Yeah, we're
like,
getting down to the last 10 kilos. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And then I might be able to look at not a bigger boat, but getting more gear and possibly getting a roof loader. So I don't actually have to manually lift the boat up and down all the time.
Yeah.
Or I could look into, or get a, I can't remember what they're called. There's rooftop loaders where it's literally, it just loads the boat upright, fully loaded with everything in it.
and then we can look like those weird people that the boat is like set up on the roof of their car
Yes.
on a trailer. Yeah.
With the extra 600 kilos, like a boat loader is 100 kilos. But you could have a boat loader with a trailer, everything ready to go.
Or do we just completely change our setup and get like a new van and a truck?
Yes.
Because, okay, everyone is getting trucks, right? It's kind of like the fad at the moment, but there's a very good reason for it. It's because you basically have like unlimited payload.
Yeah.
Not unlimited, but it feels like it in comparison.
The GVM, GCM, if you go with a truck license, is 11 tonne versus the 7 tonne we've got. So you could literally get our car, stick it on the tray of the truck,
And still be
and
good.
still be good.
Yeah. So the reason we didn't go with a truck to start with was because Dion likes to go and do, you know, the Cape and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now we've done it all quite a few times. If we were to go around again, we'd probably prefer to have the extra weight and payload so we could just have a few more things, make life a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah. And enjoy ourselves as we travel.
Because you're not taking a truck up the telly track.
No. Oh, you can, but you'd be doing it slow.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then if we got a new van, we could even maybe get a van that's slightly bigger to have a little bit more space.
Or go an expander.
Yeah. Hudson's kind of getting to that age where he is enjoying having a little bit of privacy, where he can just go sit in his room and like shut the door and read a book, or, you know, or if he's in trouble, he can just go hide and shut his door. So he doesn't obviously have a door. We've put up a tension bar across the bunks with a curtain. It's also been great because it means we can actually use our lounge room when he's asleep because we can have the lights on.
Yes.
So potentially looking at something like one of those Lotus layouts where they have the kids' bedroom down the back.
Yeah, at the back, and then you got your toilet and shower with the sliding door.
Yeah.
And then kitchen was a bed at the front there, like a 22 foot, 23 foot.
23, I think, yeah.
So possibly upgrade vans and get a layout that works for us again. Only thing I don't like is those vans are very narrow and
They feel pokey.
yeah.
And I don't think the aircon would work right down the back. I've heard people say with those layouts, you should really get a second aircon put in the kids' room.
Well, that's the thing, like as it is where Hudson is, he doesn't get aircon up the back.
No. So, yeah. It's a lot to think about. We'd probably need to go look at a couple of vans. Like maybe when we're in Melbourne, we can go walk through a couple of
Yeah, we can.
van showrooms and decide. We're pretty sure who we would go with if we wanted to build another van because it would be custom.
Off-road grit.
Yeah. So we'd probably be hitting those guys up because we love everything about them. You'll remember a while ago we did a video where we took one of their vans out to give them some feedback. And the only reason we don't have one of those vans is because our one had arrived and we had just paid for this brand
2
new
days
van.
before.
Yeah. So
If we had known, because that van that we took
for
out
sale.
for him was for sale, and that would have been perfect for what we were doing. It was what, 3 foot longer? I think it was 20.
well, yeah, it was like a 22 something.
Anyway, it was longer than what we've got. More solar, more batteries, more water,
It would have been epic.
and
to
it
do.
was probably close to the same weight as ours because it's made of the foam fiberglass, which is lighter than your standard caravans.
So it's all decisions. Like, what do we do? They got 2 options left. So that is we go overseas. We sell our whole setup
Yep.
and we go overseas. The first option with going overseas is we go and like backpack through Vietnam, Thailand, you know, go to Indonesia, Sri Lanka, all these countries.
My mum's Sri Lankan, so I'd actually really like to go see the home country.
Yeah. And we go and travel differently and do that. The second option is we go overseas to America and we get like an RV motorhome.
Yeah, tossing up between a motorhome RV, like a Winnebago, or getting a fifth wheeler, like one of the big expandable fifth wheelers.
Because we look at them on TikTok all of the time and they're so cheap compared to here. And we just go and we travel America for a bit. The only issue I have with that is the visa issue. I have to work out how to make that work. We might only be able to do a couple of months.
We've seen a lot of people say that if you start off in Canada, buy stuff up there or whatever you need to do, go get your car and everything set up. You can come into America for 3 months.
I think it's
90
3
days.
months.
Go do a bit of exploring, go back over the border, and then you can go back, like literally straight back over. There's no time limit on how.
I think what that is, you have a reason to go back into America.
Yes.
You can be like, I've travelled through, I've gone to Mexico, and now I need to return this car to Canada. And I think that's
Yes.
That's
Oh,
what
we
it
could
is.
do that, and that'd give us 6 months.
But anyway, it'd be sort of a max of 6 months, and then we'd have to make another decision. But yeah, they're all the ideas we're toying with, and we're not really sure.
Yeah, because I'd really like to do Route 66. Jess really wants to go to Miami and see.
New York.
Well, you want New York, but she also wants Miami for Harry Potter World, Disneyland, Disney Sea.
Yeah, I really want to take Hudson to Disneyland. All of this is obviously money dependent as well because we're not rich.
No.
We have to work to make this happen. So we need to start making some decisions so that we can obviously save money accordingly.
That's it. At the moment, I have a 2 and 10 roster, so working 2 weeks every 10 weeks, which is enough to keep us sort of floating on what we're doing until someone buys a boat and it sort of drops by a third. But yeah.
Why don't we just do all of it? So we'll finish up, right? We will fly to Thailand and that. We'll do like a couple of months doing that backpacking. So that'll be cheap because it's cheap over there.
And you just get me to fly back for work
and
every
then
couple
we'll
of weeks.
come back and we'll work for a year in WA, save the money so we can go to America to do the road trip. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
That is
lot.
like a 3 to 4 year plan in that alone.
Look, you got to aim high because if you don't aim high, our philosophy with visiting other countries and doing things is if you don't have a goal, you'll never get there. If you make a goal and say, I'm going to do this by this time, you do what you have to do to make it happen. And
that is it. You saw a very good quote not long ago.
It was, when crackheads wake up in the morning, they don't go, oh damn, I can't afford to buy crack today. They go, I need to buy crack, and they make it happen. Don't be out hustled by a crackhead. And I thought that was hilarious.
Yes. So get up, find a way to make it work, and do it.
Do it. So yeah, anyway, that's our what we're doing now and what we might be doing. But yeah, we'd love to know what you guys think we should do because we keep going back and forth. We're not really sure.
There's a lot of things we'd like to do, but in the end, we can only do so many things in our lifetime. What would you like to see us do with what time we have left?
Yeah. So we're not planning on stopping anytime soon, obviously. We actually went and looked at some display homes the other day. We went and walked through these estates and we both were like, nah, we're not ready for a house.
No, we were like, the neighbours are too close. There's way too much room with nothing in it. So like, all right, we'll go have a look at acreage. We went and had a look at acreage. I'm like, now I've got to mow people's lawn.
You got to mow the lawn and do all the things. So at the moment we're house sitting. That's why we're in a building.
Yes.
And it's
our lovely new granny flat.
It's a lovely novelty to have domestic chores and animals to look after. And we love doing it, short term. But I'm not ready for that to be my life yet.
That's it.
Anyway, that'll probably do. We've rambled.
Bye.
See you next week.